morning or afternoon, I don't know, it's like 11. Today we're gonna continue with the bench. So we got this part of the bench. I'm loving it. So I do want to make an L, so we're gonna go ahead and start that. It's gonna stop right there, and then from there we'll go to countertops. So those will be a little higher, and it's gonna go all the way down to the end. Instead of 2x4s, I might just use 2x2s right here to reduce weight. Not here, the middle pieces, to reduce weight, because they don't need to be as strong as the bench. The bench is going to support people, the countertop is not going to support people. So we're going to have a 2x4 that goes from the bottom to the top right here and right here. And it's the same length as these, so it's 22 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and cut two 2x4s, 24 1/4, and get those on there. Alright, let's see if this fits. God, it's too long. Okay, you gotta cut it more. Hey guys, so I'm trying to figure this shit out. I put it to the edge here, and it's not all the way to here. There's a little bit of space in between. I'm thinking I'll put some plywood or something right there to fill in that gap. But for this board over here on the other side, I can't put it against it because it needs to be that. So, I'll use a straight edge, like this. Okay, so I know I said I was gonna do the double door, but I realized that one side of it is gonna be all sink stuff. So all over here is gonna be the sink and the plumbing, and there'll be a little bit of storage around the plumbing. And on this side, I want not cabinets, just shelving. There we go. Like 1, 2, 3. So I'll put shelving on this side and then stop it. Actually, let's get this and an 18-inch 2x2. It's pretty good. Looks better from up here. Here's a gap, so this is not attached to this, but I might put a 2x4 to divide it if we put shit in and we need to divide something, but we're just gonna leave it open as is. I'm also gonna put some plywood right here, and it'll be a cover. Might be the same as that white stuff, I don't know. Alright, let's make another post just like the one we made. Okay, we got 3 of them up. This couldn't get to the edge, so I think I'm going to put a 2x4 in between it, and then add on a more 1x1 to the edge. We're going to look over here. I do have a 2x4 left. So over here, right here, this is where my fridge is going to be, but I want a nice countertop above it. I'm going to put a 2x4 all the way across here, and then after that, after this will be all ceiling to floor storage. Okay, I'm gonna cut 40-inch 2x4 and see if I can apply that here, and then we'll go from there. I've got this one. I am extending it out so I can get past this ugly part here. And there's gonna be a 2x6. This is my I need to extend out enough for the bed because it's gonna have a flip out, and I need to make sure that flip out reaches. So let's go ahead and screw this shit in. I'm gonna clean up, run to Home Depot, get a bunch of 1x1s and 2x4s, and maybe I'll get some 1x3s too and see if I can use those as well. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. We're just gonna continue on what we did yesterday. Keep going on with the countertop. Hopefully we're gonna finish this countertop. We can get some support and we can actually get the stove in, put a little slot for it. That'd be awesome if we can get that done today. And then the other side where the fridge will be, we can probably put some bordering around that as well. Okay, we're just pretty much just gonna make another one of these, but for that end. Okay, now, so my stove is about 21 inches. Maybe I'll make it probably 22 inches for the slot. I'm gonna go from here to somewhere over here. So let's go ahead and find where that end piece is, and we can make another one of these stands. Probably do another back one, a double one of these, where the stove needs to stop. Okay, so I just realized my stove is going to come in contact with the tank, and it kind of makes me nervous of how it's going to fit. It's going to be higher. I want it level with the countertop, not with this. So I can't put it in yet because I don't know how big my countertop is because I haven't bought it yet. So I can't really decide where it's going to sit. I don't know where it's going to sit. So we're going to skip it. But for now, what we can do is I do need a 2x2 all the way from here, the end of my stove, down. This all the way down is going to be countertop, and then at the edge is going to go up to really tall storage. It's going to go to ceiling all the way down. Also do a pull out for the, that's at the end. We'll figure that out. Let's get a board from right here down. This board's going to go here just so I can have a clean look when you look on this side. So I'm thinking of just doing this the way I did this other side, with the leg and then the two that go into here, the 2x2s. But instead of two, I think I'll just do one. So 1x2 and then a 2x4. And then on the other side, 1x2 and a 2x4. I need to do only one because I need to make sure these can open. So let's go ahead and make a leg. Actually, let's screw this shit in. This thing in. Alright, I got my two boards. This one's gonna go here, and then we'll do one at the bottom. Hey guys, so I'm looking at my box from my fridge, and I realize it's really low. Like, I gotta bend down so much. So I'm actually thinking about getting it off the ground and higher, maybe by 6 inches, because I got some 2x6s. So let's do that. So what I'm thinking is 2 that go vertical in the middle, and then there's gonna be 2 on each side that go horizontal, but they're just gonna go to the first vertical one that they go to. I also am gonna put a backboard behind it to use as support. It's gonna be a 2x2, so just to complete the square. We'll start with that, and then we'll do the 2x6. These are all gonna be 2x6, so it's gonna lift it up by 5.5 inches, and I think that'll be fine. Okay guys, I got my 2x6s, this one and this one. 2x4s, I don't like you guys saying 2x6s. I measured it. This cooler, it's about 19 inches. I measured from the top of each corner and put a line. And then I got a 2x2 and put a line. I put it up against the line and put a line under, because there is going to be a 2x2 that's going to be more height. I tried to make sure everything was pretty even. They look the same. They could be off, but it's okay. Now we're gonna do 1x2s, 2x2s, and we're just gonna put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we'll do 5, and they're just gonna go across, and then we'll sit it on top of those. Okay, so I only have enough wood for 3 right now, but as you can see, they do overlap, but I'm not worried about it as long as they don't go past that bottom board, which will be this too. I'm gonna screw these in, and then maybe I'll test try it in here. Okay, so I got this screwed in. I even checked with my... Now I'm gonna put more. I'm gonna put one on the edge here, one on the edge over there. We might be good for the day. I think we are good for the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning! Ooh. So I just got the 2 boards in. So I got one there and one there. Not heavy, strong enough to put it in my refrigerator yet to test it. We'll just have to wait till later. So I'm gonna put some 2x2s between here to get everything flush. So I'm gonna put one on each pole. They should be the same length, so it shouldn't be too hard. And then we'll look into actually making the cabinet doors out of this plywood and those really thick sleeves right there. That should be pretty easy. Just measure, cut, install. Okay, so let's go over everything. So I did put these up. I put 3. I wasn't sure about doing this one because I didn't know if I needed it or not. So this is where my stove will be, but I do want to put a door, some storage under. So I did put it up. Now I have been thinking about this. So there's gonna be a door and some hinges that will hit here. But I also am gonna I need a surface for this piece right here. So when you're sitting here, you're not falling into the hole. There needs to be a surface there. So I gotta do the surface first. So we got some plywood here. I'm gonna measure it. Now I'm gonna put the board all the way down to the ground. So my second hinge will be the same as this hinge. You know, you don't want one hinge on a piece of plywood, another hinge just not on the piece of plywood. It would fuck up the whole cabinet door. So now I will be able to see this plywood, so I'm also going to sand it and then paint it as well before I install it. But first it's cutting and figuring out the size and then painting it, and then we'll have to wait till that paint dries. Ugh, that's gross. Okay, so I got a board. I did curve out that edge because it was hitting the edge of the van, so it wouldn't hit flush. I also cut out this corner right here so it can hit the ground. Yeah, it's looking good. Now you see there is a little bit of space in between these 2 boards and this board. I think I'm gonna put a piece of plywood in between just for this little section here. So if anything falls in there, it can be catched. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and sand it. We're gonna paint it white. All right, welcome to my painting station. I was going to do it outside, and then it started sprinkling, and now it's raining, so ha! That was a joke. I'm not gonna lie, getting a perfect square and cutting a perfect square is really, really difficult. Okay, so I got it done. Woo! So I use little itty bitty baby screws. They're like half screws. These are very tiny. Now I did make sure that these were nice and centered so they can be a clean look to it. So I did use my speed square to find the center of this board to the center of this board and found my point for all of them. And it looks great. We're gonna go ahead and sand this down. I do wanna make these corners a little smoother, get rid of the edges, make the edges a little bit more smooth. And then after that, we will paint it white. Hey guys, so the next thing I'm working on is I want to get this platform here, right here. Now my fridge will be here. I'm gonna put some cute stuff I bought to let air flow for the refrigerator because it's gonna need that. So I put this in to make a nice corner for it, to make it flush, and I also did it on this edge as well. For my bed, there is gonna be a piece of plywood that's gonna flip over and land on a ledge over here. So I measure how tall this is and I put it over here, so I put some lines. So I need to make sure my little vent thing doesn't come across with the lines because I need it on the plywood. That's where my little lines are, so I think I'm gonna put the pretty hole stuff under it, not all the way down, just a little bit, and then some more plywood down here. And then some plywood up here. I'll be back to you just a little bit of how it goes. Hey guys, so I know we're working on this. I cut 2 pieces and they're drying right now in there, the white. But my door dried, and this. Remember I made this earlier? Well, I ended up squeezing it in there. I put a screw at the bottom. Also, I noticed there was a little gap here. I don't know if I told you about that, but I ended up squeezing a little piece of plywood in there too. Hey guys. So I got a panel up. Now below it, it'll be a cabinet. Not a cabinet, 2 doors, so I can put storage down there. Then I also put in this board here, so I just put 2 screws for now. I fucked with this top board, but it needed more painting, so it's... Now this fucking corner, man, I cannot get anything to fall correctly with the corner. So my plan is get everything as close as possible, and then there's a piece of wood that looks like a 90-degree. I'm just gonna put that over the corner to make it a clean line. I'll probably do that on both corners and maybe all corners. Not that corner, but the plywood, it's only 1/4 inch. So I don't want it to warp and do what that whiteboard did. You see how it bubbles out? I fucking hate that. I will be back with you guys in just a little bit, so you guys didn't see how it went. Alright, let's see what I did. I'm gonna say it was a pretty successful day on the van. Alright, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. I have to help my mom with something. Well, I'm gonna go buy some more supplies. And yeah.